Hey guys, it's Andrew from 510 Books. It is January 16th, 2022. Sunday, I should say. It's a Sunday. And today was day 3 of my 3-day weekly sale. And the second week of going from a monthly to a weekly sale. So this was the first time that I've gone back to back with sales in 2 weeks. And it went really well today. Well, this is what I will say. It was a solid Sunday. Solid Sunday. Thing about Sunday is they're a little unpredictable and a little erratic. The morning was pretty slow. I actually did not work for a couple hours in the morning. My wife took over. I had to do something with the kids, so I didn't work for the first 3 hours that we were open, but was here for the last, what does that be? 3.5 hours, whatever it is. And it did pick up. So there weren't that many sales when I wasn't here, but it picked up a lot more. And the bulk of the sales came after 1 o'clock. And there was a couple times where I got slammed or got really busy. And so ended up saving the day from it being really slow, which it wasn't. You just never know. You gotta have patience with Sunday. I've had it get busy from 10:30 and stay pretty steady for the middle of the day, and then kind of peter out, and hardly anyone comes in after 1 or 2 o'clock. So it's you never know what's going to happen. But also because it was a solid Sunday, and because Saturday was much better, this weekend I did better in terms of the amount of sales compared to last weekend. So that's good. That's very good, actually. Let me reiterate. That's very good. So my combined sales for first and second weekend was better than I have done in the previous probably 4 or 5 monthly sales. Remember, so that's cumulatively between the last weekend and this weekend. Of course, when I say weekend, I mean Friday as well. So last weekend and this weekend was better than I have done in probably 4 or 5 months. So that's awesome. And to me, it's thankfully, it's reinforcing what I thought was going to happen, which is being or open more often will bring in more people, because some percentage of the people that came in on a monthly basis want to come in more often, and it will expose me to more people just by being open more days. Going from being open 3 days every month to being open 12 days means that those additional 9 days of my signs being out there and doing the little advertising I do online is going to expose me to way more people, 4 times the amount of people basically. And so that is starting to translate into more people finding out about me, and a certain percentage, actually a pretty high percentage, but a good percentage of those people that are brand new that find me every sale now are going to become repeat customers. And as anyone else, right? Some of them will return on a weekly basis, some of them maybe every couple weeks, etc. But a good percentage of them, I'm willing to bet over half, will actually return to the sale, and a healthy amount tell me, they say, "Oh yeah, I'll be back. So again, being open more often means that I don't have to worry about if it falls on a certain weekend and then some of the repeat customers can't come because they're out of town, or whatever's going on, they're working. That now, because I'm open every week in those 3 days, that it allows for more people to show up. So this is, to me, logical. It's just I had to see it actually happening. And so it'll be very interesting to see if I can continue to increase my sales numbers each weekend. Now, of course, I want my the amount of people showing up every weekend to go up and up and up and never stop, right? But of course, that's not going to happen. I understand that there's going to, maybe next weekend, maybe the weekend after, I don't know when, that my sales will flatten out or will go down for whatever reason. Could be a holiday, it could be just randomness, I don't know, who knows. So I fully expect that to happen. But as long as I am staying at a certain level, um, then I'll be pretty happy. And by the way, if you watched my videos from last week when I was talking about I want to hit a certain sales volume, my first goal, this is my first like big goal, not a huge number, but just a goal, an important goal. I'll say that it's my first important goal, sales goal for these new weekly sales setup, is I want to make this X amount of money over those 3 days, and I hit that this weekend. So give me a high five for that. Um, and yeah, and hopefully, well, now I have to set another goal. Although I would love to hit that every single weekend, make that become a minimum, at least hit that. So I know I'm making at least X amount of dollars over, let's say, a month or on a weekly basis. But now I want to set another goal. Okay, now I want to hit another sales volume. But of course, how much control do I have over this? Well, I think just being open, the more and more I'm open over the weeks, upcoming weeks and months, soon to be months, I think that will create the velocity, and more people will come back, and more people find me. Like I've said before, I still think instead of just 20 people coming on a day, I think I could handle 100 people. So that's just to tell you, that's a big goal of mine, is that I would have 100 people coming through, even if it was averaged out over the 3 days, because I know Sunday is slower. So that would mean Friday and Saturday would have to do more than 100 people. But let's say averaged out 300 people that would buy something, right? Not just come in and look and leave, but I mean actually purchase something, so I can track it on my Square app that shows how many sales, how many transactions. And of course, sometimes people will buy something and they'll be like, oh, I see something else, and then they'll buy it again. So that counts as multiple transactions, but one person, but whatever. So really it's transactions, but roughly it's people, right? The amount of people that actually purchase something. If I can get that number to 100 a day, which would be 300, which is a much bigger goal than my current sales goal that I have, that I'm not sharing with you guys, the dollar amount, but it's a much bigger one. So yeah, that's probably in the future, but working towards that and hitting that would be massive, because that'd be another level of sales for this location. It would require me to put out a lot more stuff. I'd be turning over a lot more. If 100 people in a day came and all bought, let's say 5 to 10 things, that's a lot of stuff, or a lot of shelf space to fill back up. So definitely that would push me to have to, I already need to hire somebody to help out, but that would definitely require a lot more work, a lot more setup in between the two sales, to put out a lot more stuff and always getting new stuff in and going through that and setting up a system for that. So yeah, and I don't think that's going to happen soon. I think that's going to take months to get there, if I get there, but I don't see why not. I mean, imagine, I live in an area that it's Southern California, but it's not LA. So it's further east, but there's still lots and lots of people out here. I mean, in a 5-mile radius, I don't know. There's a lot of people. I don't know how many people in a 5-mile radius, but probably over 100,000 more. I don't know, but it's a lot. And so finding, 100 people to come in each day, several hundred people over 3 days, 300 people, I don't think is that hard, as long as the word gets out there and people come back and tell other people, because a lot of people will bring out their friends, their family, will tell others to come. I've had people call people from here and say, you should check this place out. So, I think this kind of setup, this kind of store brings good vibes, because my prices are affordable, a lot of selection, a lot of different media, and people get excited. And aside from eating a good meal, what's more satisfying than reading an amazing book, listening to music you love, or watching a movie or TV show you love, right? I mean, what brings more good feelings to you, outside of course, drugs and sex? Really, that's what, clothing. I don't know. But anyway, I feel like people get euphoric and they find an album they're looking for, or they find a CD, or they find a DVD or a book, a video game even. It makes people happy. So anyway, I mean, that's my 2 cents, but I'm a little bit biased. Tell me what you think. Yeah, hold on one second. Okay, so I've talked a lot about the sale. Another thing that happened was someone donated some CDs, which was awesome, and some CD racks, DVD racks that I'll see if I can use, if I have space for. I went through those 7 boxes of books that I got, I was telling you about yesterday. And here I have all of them stacked up that I'm going to put out for my local sale. It's quite a lot. A lot of nonfiction. There is some fiction in there as well. And even a few cool older books. One by Winston Churchill from like 1899. There's an Oscar Wilde one. Miracle on 34th Street, the first edition. Some cool magazines over here. I even found a few that were in I think what was this one? Italian? But that's Italian? I could be wrong. I think so. And this one as well, I believe is Italian. And there's another one in French. In French. So some interesting stuff. I'll be putting those out. And also I'm just realizing that there's some books that have been sitting a long time, and I'm just gonna get rid of them. No one has bought them in like a year. Some of them have been out here longer than a year. And so I'm just gonna start replacing them, because I have this new source that this guy is gonna bring a lot of books. He can bring even more. He said he could bring as many as 30 boxes in one run. And anywhere between, depending on how big the books are, you could have 15 to 20 to 30 or more books in a box, in a banker's box type of situation. So that's a lot of books. Even 10 boxes could be, 300, 400 or more books. And based on what he brought before, it's some really good stuff, some newer stuff, great condition, like I said yesterday. So that's great. I think I want to start replacing a lot of books that just haven't sold, been sitting around, put out a lot of new stuff. Also, like I said, someone donated some racks and CDs, which was really nice. Got another donation of books, kids' books, which was awesome. Yeah, and just some new people came in today that were excited and that said they're going to come back. So it's funny because you get some people who are new and they appreciate it, they're excited, and some people come in and they might buy a couple things, but they're like serious. They don't show any emotion. Maybe that's just how they are. And they don't seem very excited, and I don't know if they're going to come back. But you never know. They might, hopefully. So yeah. All right, guys. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe, like, please. And have a good day. Stay safe. Take care.